Thank you for joining me on this live video. I want to say congratulations for all the TEF applicants, every one of you that made it to the final stage, to the final selection yesterday. I say congratulations. It wasn't easy. Over 100,000 African entrepreneurs applied, but as we could see, only very few persons, just very few of you, made it to that stage. It wasn't easy. Congratulations. Then for the few ones that were shortlisted, I want to say very big congratulations to you as well. You made it. And Africans, we are waiting to hear your story. Yes, Africa is waiting to hear your story. Do us proud. Now, this video is intended at looking critically at the selection process. What happened? We are looking at the selection process. Then we will also look at the criteria we know. What are those criteria that we already know that TEF will use in this selection in the selection? Do they follow it? Now, after the selection, how is the results? Then we shall look at what is the possible next step for those shortlisted and for those that are not shortlisted. What should you do next? I will also talk about my academy, the Sanka Academy. Joining me, I will soon bring up a colleague from Cameroon who also applied, and he applied for himself, and the results came out yesterday. So you'll be joining us shortly so that he can also talk to us about his experience so far. I think he has applied more than once, and you should know, you should also have an idea of what those that are not shortlisted should do next. So now let's look at the Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. As we may all know, the program started in 2015. Before now, Elumelu Foundation was established and they were issuing out grants more than $5,000. More than $5,000. Okay, I will be joining Think Wise will be joining us now. Yeah, so as I was saying, Elumelu Foundation was issuing out grants more than $5,000 before this time. And the fund have to bring up the issue, the idea of the entrepreneurship program to reach many persons, perhaps 10,000 Africans in this period of 10 years. And this is the 10th year now. The 2024 edition is the 10th edition of the program. So we are expecting this program at this stage maybe come to an end and should not just end but should evolve. That is our expectation. Now, since the entrepreneurship program was launched in 2015, so thousands of African entrepreneurs have been empowered. In 2023, some persons were also empowered. Then we also know that this period, we have non-criteria for selection, and TEF have listed some criteria for selection, which involves performance. And your performance, what was needed at this stage is the quality of your business plan and your financial document. Then gender diversity is always there. Regional diversity is always there. And the business industry and sector is also one of the factors. I was talking with someone yesterday, and they also said that how you distribute funds using the Fund Use Act is also there, and perhaps luck is also one of these factors. Luck is also one of these factors. So we will talk at how each of these things influenced the selection process yesterday, the selection announcement yesterday, and we look at it carefully. While we go, I am calling on Dennis from Cameroon. If he's joining us, if he's here already, he should join. He should request to join me live. I will add him so that we can share. We can speak on these things together. Okay, while we are waiting for him, I am saying, what does the quality of your business plan really count? Yes, it does. The quality of your business plans really counts. It actually counts. Perhaps I don't want to talk about the selection process from the beginning of the program. That's from January to April. I don't also want to talk about the selection process on their business management training. I actually want to talk about what happened yesterday. People who made it to this stage, people who have already signed a memorandum of understanding with the Elumelu Foundation, people who already believe that they've notarized the documents, they've submitted so many things, and they believe that they will be shortlisted. But something happened. Some were shortlisted, and as expected, some were dropped. So why were you dropped? We are looking at the quality of your business plan really counts. The type of business you are doing also counts. Now, how does the quality of a business plan really count? You receive reviews that came, some were mostly negative, and some persons who received negative reviews got it. Yeah, but what happens is what I can call a review. The review feedback that we got was not most interesting, and many made protests. But TAF took time. They did not have to send the review to anyone again. They have to take time again to go through these documents carefully. They went through your document, your business plan, and your financial model carefully. And that is why some person does not receive review. That really counts. The review process, the quality of a business plan actually influences your chances of winning. All business plans were reviewed, but not all business plans got feedback because the feedback mechanism was not does not reflect the quality of the business plan. That is one. Two, the issue of gender diversity. So many persons were saying they did better, particularly within while the program was on. So many persons also complained that they scored higher during the business management training, but they were not shortlisted. Yes, you may be right, but that is not just the only thing that matters. Let me give you a practical example of how gender diversity works. I can be into I can be a poultry farmer here in Port Harcourt, and perhaps I am living in Woji, Port Harcourt. Somebody can actually be a lady can actually be a poultry farmer, and he also and she is also operating in Port Harcourt. I may score higher than her, but if they are considering women participation in the program, they will actually consider her business. Why would they consider her business? They will look at the fact that how many women apply from Port Harcourt, how many women are outstanding, how they actually want to select only 5 persons from Port Harcourt, or let's say 7 persons from Port Harcourt. Whether these 3 women did well or not, they are selecting these 3 women, and they now look at the 10 men that applied and screen it carefully to select perhaps the best 4. So the fifth person that is a man there might have scored better than the 3 women joined together. But they need to encourage women to participate in the program and to embrace entrepreneurship in Nigeria. So that's how gender diversity works. They share the slots irrespective of their grade. So, but if they are actually selecting only 2 women, so out of these 3 women, they're selecting the top 2. So it's actually influenced the selection process. Then we are talking about regional diversity. Africans, we have 54 African countries, and out of these 54 African countries, Tony Elumelu Foundation actually want to empower entrepreneurs from these 54 African countries. As we are going, you can feel free to use the comment section for your questions. I will answer them carefully and in detail. But the foundation actually wants to use the foundation actually want to make use of the 54 African countries. They want them to participate. Perhaps I have an academy and I have people from different African countries who applied for my academy. Sanka Academy, we train people and we empower them to apply for grants. We are actually looking at making helping African entrepreneurs to have access to funds, and we are making the process to be easy for them. So I had 30 persons on my academy last year that applied for the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. Yes, 30. So out of these 30, 19 were Nigerians. 19 came from Nigeria, and out of the 19, 18 of them were shortlisted. 19 actually made it to this stage, the last stage, and out of the 19 that made it to the last stage, 18 were shortlisted. Just one person from Imo State were dropped. Then one from Comoros, she was shortlisted. One from Equatorial Guinea, he was shortlisted. Two from Kenya, the two were shortlisted. Two from Tanzania, one was shortlisted, one was dropped. Two from South Africa, the two were shortlisted. Three from Cameroon, none of them were shortlisted. The three from Cameroon was too bad that none of the Cameroonians on my list was shortlisted. None of them, none. I mean, none of them were shortlisted. So we will actually be looking at it carefully. What influenced these decisions, and why was Cameroonians not shortlisted? I think, on my list, not shortlisted. I'm not saying Cameroonian generally, but I think a Cameroonian will come up to say something about that. Why we are still waiting for Denko White to join us. Now, away from that, away from that, let's look at after the selection criteria, let's look at the business industry. While we've talked about the business plan, the quality of business plan, the financials, we've talked about gender diversity. We are also looking at the business industry. The type of business we are doing counts. The type of business you are into actually counts. There are some businesses that TEF actually wants to fund. TEF, let me give you an insight. But Tony Elumelu to launch this entrepreneurship program, he actually believed that Africa's private sector can transform Africa. And the goal, the target is to empower 10,000 Africans that can create, I think, 1 billion jobs or I think 10 million jobs, if not mistaken, and generate about 1 billion US dollars in revenue within this period. I think that, if not mistaken, but I know it's within that figure. So if your business idea is not actually about job creation, if your business idea does not actually reflect the goal of the founder, then no matter the quality of the business plan you submit, despite its be it the highest quality, despite the fact that okay, maybe the sharing formula you fall within a gender that should be shortlisted from your region, they actually look at these things. They look at the type of business you are doing, your business sector, and what the business stands to give to the people. The impact of your business actually counts. So that is some of the things you need to look at. That is why when people come to us and say, okay, I want to apply for the Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program, I ask you, what type of business are you into? So once you told me about a business, once you talk to me about a business, I look at it. I review your business. I look at the tenets, the non-tenets of TEF, and I see if it's actually match. If it doesn't, I will tell you this idea is not good enough. Let us develop a good concept. Maybe we look at restructuring the operational plan of the business. Pardon for that. Pardon for that. Maybe we look at restructuring the operational plan of the business. We also look at how we can now enlarge the business to accommodate most of the key factors of TEF. That's one of the things I do at my academy. Then you have to be very careful in these areas and take note of it very well. It is important, very important. Okay, let's look at the issue of luck. The founder himself has stated clearly that luck is one of the factors. Luck is clearly one of the factors that influence winning. So some persons too were just too lucky. You may do all the best you can, and if luck is not on your side, and you may not. Now, I have a case where I think somebody came to me and said that you was not shortlisted. I told him you were not on my academy. He said, but I've been following all your videos and I took the steps as outlined in your videos, and I was expecting to be shortlisted. I said, yeah. Some persons did not even follow my video. Some persons were not even too frequent, just like meaning you were to sign, but since did not even sign attendance and they were shortlisted to this final stage. What happens? He or she was just too lucky to be shortlisted because you need to sign an attendance online and have at least 80 to 90% presence before you should move to the next stage. But some persons did not have one. Some persons had only one that just signed just once, and he or she was shortlisted. So all these things, luck actually play a role. But my advice is this: do not leave your chance to luck. Be very intentional. When you are at the Tony Elumelu Foundation, the entrepreneurship program, you have to be very intentional. Do not leave your chance to luck. Yes, I think yes, I think Benko White is joining us now. Good, good. You're welcome, Dennis. Can you hear me? Good. Welcome. So I'm about rounding up on the selection criteria. Before I will leave you to share your feedback and your experience with the Tony Limelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. How long have you applied? How was last year? And perhaps what is the next step of action and your word of encouragement to others?
All right.
All right. So So I'm saying luck also play a vital role in this selection process. Some persons are just too lucky, while some are not. But you don't, as an entrepreneur, you don't leave your chance to luck. You have to look at how you can actually skate through, how to put in your best so that you can actually meet up the standard of the foundation and you can be shortlisted. I am I also received some complaints that some persons received got negative feedback during the business plan review phase. Yes, they were shortlisted, while others who got excellent feedback was not. Just one person claimed she got excellent feedback and she has forwarded the screenshot to me. I'm still looking at if these cases, if there are still cases like this, like more than one cases like this. So I will actually look at it. But if that happens, I will encourage you to get that screenshot and send a message to the inquiries at the Tune Elemento Foundation. That's up. That's my encouragement to you. Send a mail to them. They may not reply you, but they read all their mails. Sunny Elemelu Foundation, the entrepreneurship program team may not reply you, but they read all their mails. That's what they do. So send a mail to them and let's see what will come out of it. Before I talk about the feedback generally, Mr. Dennis, thank you for joining us.
Yes,
I
sir.
would like you to talk about your I would like you to talk about your experience so far. I would like you to tell how many years you've applied for the program, how was the application process from January down to this period? And what was our expectation before yesterday and what happened? Then you also talk about how you feel and your next step before you talk about you talk about your general advice. Well, may I introduce you first? You will also talk about yourself. This is Mr. Dennis, the CEO of Denko Group Worldwide. He is based in, I think, Bamenda, Cameroon. I don't know if I get that right.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. And it has actually been a blessing knowing you. they say with the internet, the world has become a global village. So I am currently in Bamenda, where my head office is located. And my first year applying for the Tony Elumelu Foundation was in 2022. I tried registering in 2021 when I heard about the program, but I did not understand the website, so I abandoned the process halfway. So in 2022 again, I now went fully and registered. So the process has been an exciting process, and this program, I say, the Tony Elumelu Foundation will always be part of my business because it is actually a life-changing opportunity for every business person or an entrepreneur, investors included, because this is where I learned about most problems that businesses are facing, especially in Africa with the handing over process. I'm still trying to bring the right actual word. The succession process. In Africa, we have a problem where when the business owner dies, the business dies. And it is at the Tony Elumelu for the business management training that they are trying to build us to understand that we have to structure our businesses. We have to put processes that the business should run without us. And these are one of the things that are not being taught in school. So the entrepreneurship, the business training itself, it cannot be valued. So when we are talking about the $5,000, we should keep the training aside. That an entrepreneur cannot task us to pay, because what we intend to achieve is a lifetime investment. So it has been a good journey. As of 2022, I did not succeed, and my feedback review was, they said I did not understand the financials of the business plan. So I was a little bit disappointed. So in 2023 now, I went into business plan. I took a course in business plan writing. And after completing that course, Mr. The CEO of Sanka Empire here mentored me. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe can you hear me now? Hello. Hello. Network palava camera. Hello.
We are hearing you, but your voice is not straight. Your network is breaking. It's actually cracking. It's actually giving us a cracked sound that we cannot hear you straight.
Oh, I think it's the network. I'm trying to
Yes, it is
switch
loud and
between.
clear now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It is loud and clear now. It is clear now.
Okay, all right. So I was saying the business management training, it's a lifetime changing opportunity. We cannot value this one. So I have enjoyed the process, and now in 2023, my expectations was, I was 100% sure I was going to be shortlisted for the seed funding. Why? Because I had received a review on my business plan and pitch video. I had received a notary public document which I had signed and accepted that I am going to use these funds for the purpose which it was intended. So I had submitted all company documents and bank details. And to my surprise, yesterday we received this email We have a forum for non-Nigerians, the non-Nigerians 2023 cohort. It is something is happening in the forum.
Again, we are not hearing you at all this time around. We are not hearing you. Hello, please.
I'm trying to switch between wireless and
Okay, thank you very much. It has not been a smooth one for him. His network is not too smooth, but you have to rejoin. So far, he was talking about how he applied. He applied in 2022. He could not get it, and in 2023 he applied again. And he emphasized on the fact that the management training, the training he got from TEF, has helped him a lot. This person is one of the youngest one of the young businessmen that is doing well in Cameroon. He is doing well. He just ventured into real estate. He has been operating his business then Kuwait, which covers laundry and events management. He is well known in Cameroon, and he has also offers to serve in Nigeria. Like if I need his service, he can actually come with his goods and come to serve here in Nigeria and go back. So he is a very talented and determined entrepreneur, just that the network was breaking. So far, he said the management training was too good and it has helped him in building his business. Then he was very sure of winning the 100%. He was very sure of winning, but unfortunately, he couldn't. So I will be bringing him up again where he will talk of his experience and his possible next step. I just told you that I have an academy of 30 persons, 30 entrepreneurs that applied for the Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program and got to that stage. Then upon getting to this stage, 19 of the 30 was Nigerians. Out of the 19, 18 got it. And one from Comoros, she got it. One from two from Tanzania, one got it, one wasn't lucky. Two Kenyans, the only two Kenyans that joined me got it. Then the other two Kenyans the other two South Africans that joined me also got it. Bringing the Kuwait up soon again, and you will also talk about his experience so far. Thank you as you listen to him. I think his network will be clear now and we will also flow. Now, what am I saying? What's the purpose of this? I will be bringing someone up again after the White. I will bring a Nigerian up, one of the persons that were shortlisted from my academy, just that she is not too free. She has not received the credit a lot of her seed capital. So she is wondering if coming on a live video like this will actually uh, stop her chances of winning, of receiving the seed capital. But I think I have told her no, nothing will happen. So let's see if she will be available after the CEO of Tenko Group. Mr. Dennis, welcome back. Unfortunately, we could not hear you that time. We heard what you were saying, but it was not straight. It was actually on a cracked voice, and I believe it's from your end, your network. So I am hopeful that at this stage you've changed your network, or you've actually done something that will
yeah.
upgrade the situation. So you were saying practically that you started the application in 2021, but you don't understand the system. It was 2022 that you submitted the application, and the financials was not too smooth until 2023, and you were very optimistic that you will get it, but you didn't. And you also emphasized the fact that you actually gain more from the business management training more. And I have just told my audience why you were away, how influential you are in the business space and how you are growing and how you recently ventured into real estate in Cameroon. That's why you were away. So now let's look at briefly, please, because I will be bringing someone up again. Let's look at the next step. What do you intend to do next? And are you going to apply again? And what is your advice to other entrepreneurs, perhaps those that have not applied before, those that have applied and was not shortlisted? Then, when we are done with that, when we are done with Tony Elumelu Foundation's entrepreneurship program, we will now talk about business generally, where you will have used 2 minutes to advise and encourage other African entrepreneurs, particularly those in Cameroon and those outside the shores of Cameroon. So, for 2 minutes, let's talk about Tony Elumelu Foundation. What is your next step, please?
Okay. For me, I am a full-fledged business person. I am a businessman turned entrepreneur. There's a difference between a businessman and an actual
Yeah.
entrepreneur.
Yes.
My next step forward, I will register for the 2024 cohort, see where and I will see again what will happen in 2024. I will continue to encourage. I have mentees already to go in register. I've been talking about register to help people register. I will continue doing so, and meanwhile explaining to them that this is an easy process. Like Mr. Tony Elumelu always tell us, an entrepreneur the Tony Elumelu Foundation is like part of my business. We will have a history together. So it's just a little disappointing about the process, but I believe they will work better on the process. Yeah. For us, we will go in again.
Do you have any recommendation for the foundation what they should do next time, like this time that they are coming up with the 2024 cohort? What are the things they should do? I heard one Cameroonian that was complaining to me yesterday. He said for the foundation to allow him to go through this process, to register his business, to get an account with UBA, that he has started paying tax.
Yeah.
And the business is still, or the business was still at the idea stage, and he said he's paying tax of about 10,000
Yeah.
thereabout. So, what do you have to say about that? Is that true?
Yes, actually, in Cameroon where we are, the business account with UBA, it's actually free, but you have to deposit a minimum of 100,000 francs into the account, and then the account will be charged 10,000 francs. So in Cameroon, the exact process, but hard spent money, we spend time, even every 2 p.m., which I never missed because you have to register after you attend the webinar. You have to the process is, so you see when when you see this disappointment is the hard work most of these people put in. It is not easy, and then they give your hopes up. They ask you to sign a that you have received funding, and then you are telling money is coming, and we'll do this for our business. Then you receive this email. They should do it in a way that you don't have to get.
It, it is well noted. It is well noted. It is well noted, Mr. Dennis. I think that is the major area of concern that we write to the foundation. I personally will write to the foundation. They do people
Yeah, yeah. Network, the coverage.
in the document that was notarized, they describe applicants, they describe all the entrepreneurs as beneficiaries, which is not good. So I will be
Yeah,
writing to the foundation about that. And for allowing other persons, just like the Cameroonians, whose business is at the ideal stage, to go and get an account and will be paying 10,000 francs every month as tax when their business will not get the grant to start, is not also fair for them. But I think this is one of the take homes from this live session, and I will communicate. I will actually, I'm not working with TEF. I worked as a mentor some years back and a consistent one at that. But currently, I'm not on their team. I have not worked, I'm not on their team. But what I will do is, I think I have some. I will write to them, and I have all these years. I believe I know TF to be very attentive, especially from mails concerning mails from me. So I will write to them about that, so that they can actually. I will write to them as a feedback, so that they can actually look at how they can upgrade this system this time. Because so many persons, everybody who got to that stage was like, "Oh, I've gotten the grants. I have been described as a
yeah.
beneficiary. I am signing an MOU with the foundation and all this and all that were involved." Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for joining us. And for Cameroonians that is viewing or that will be viewing this video after now, you may know him. He is Mr. Dennis, the CEO of the Denko Group. He is into rentals of chairs, canopies, and he is into real estate. He is into laundry, dry cleaning, and every other cleaning services you can think of. You can always contact him. His contact digits will be in the description of this video after now.
Your volume is a little bit low.
All right, we will be talking about, in continuation, we will be talking about few things that actually what to do next. I am encouraging all those that were not shortlisted to reapply. That's the next thing to do. You just have nobody owe you anything. You just have to reapply. To reapply, it costs you nothing. Submitting application. The application is free. If you can do it yourself, if you cannot do it yourself, and you need the service of anybody, then you just pay the person to do it for you. You just have to reapply. They did not. The knowledge alone is okay. The account, the business you registered is for your benefit. You can actually apply for other grants with it. I encourage you to do what? Reapply. That's my encouragement. And I have given my feedback to TEF, and I will also write to TEF after now, just as I told you. I will write to TEF to tell them about the processes involved. I will talk to them about the because initially when this program started, once you are shortlisted into the program, once you are shortlisted into the business management training, you stand a chance of winning the grants. That's what happened within 2018, 2019. Once you get there, they now assign you mentors that will train you and you get the grants. But allowing many people to get into the program, investing so much time and energy, resources to get to that stage, and they did not get it, actually is painful. Some persons were literally crying. There is a family, one of them used my service, they enrolled, they enrolled. She enrolled under Sanka Academy. She actually used the Sanka contract package, while her brother did not. Her brother was literally crying, and she called to console her. To console him, I also spoke with the brother, and I gave him assurance. Okay, this is enroll for
Sanka contract package, we we will actually look at how we can manage the application for you, but also know that luck play a major role. Luck play a major role. So I want to thank all of you for joining me. Benafe and Moses Roberts, I don't know you, but you've been consistent on the program, and I have seen your comments so far. I don't know if you have any question or you have anything you would love me to talk about. You can drop it in the comment section right now. Then, if there is anybody listening now that have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. If you want to contact me or you want to contact my colleague from Cameroon, Mr. Dennis, you can actually chat us up. The contact digits in the description. I am Mwekara Monday, the CEO of Sanka Empire. Okay, I'm waiting for your question. Moses Robert, am I getting any question from you? Any concern at all? Okay, Moses, contact me using the description of this video. I think I should, if you're an applicant of the Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program, or you are an applicant of any of the standing grants in Africa for African entrepreneurs now, I think because of your consistency, I should give you a waiver on some of this. I think I can help you to review your you can join our training for free. You can join our training for free. Yeah, you can if you wish. You can join our training for free. So you can contact me. Um, yeah, I will contact you. I just saw your message. Contact me. Let's see how we can help you in building your business and actually getting access to fund. Funding is very important when it comes to business plan develop and business development. Most of the business the Nike we all know actually started with an investment of 500 US dollars, and today they are the richest. Nike is the richest sports brand in the whole world. So most of the things you see actually started with just very few. Um, actually started with grants, some loans, and that is why I encourage African entrepreneurs to go for it. Apply for grants. It's not just Tony Elumelu Foundation. Seek for other grants, and that's the one of the ways to grow your business. We are living in an environment where you don't have access to loan from the bank. Well, the only thing that can help you is grants from donor organizations. Then, while you seek for grants, also seek knowledge. Grants can actually help you to get those things you want, but the only thing that will sustain it is knowledge. I will talk about marketing when next I come live, and I will also, from time to time, bring up other persons to this program so that we can talk in detail about business development and investing in Africa. Some businesses that are actually um, good, bankable, and perhaps feasible in this region. Then, in my next live video, I will be talking about the 2024 edition of the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. I will clearly talk about businesses that stand better chances of winning. I will talk about businesses that stand better chances of winning. Thank you very much for joining me. I will be leaving you now. Good luck and have a nice day.